guys, it's Sal from House of Gaia Python. So in this week's video, I just wanted to go over how our breeding season is going and kind of look over some of the animals that we'll be using and some of the kind of final pairings as we had some males come up to size. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's jump into it. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to take a look at some snakes today for sure, but I just wanted to kind of go over talking about late seasons a little bit. So for me this year, coming into it, you know, I was kind of expecting a lot of the females, or at least some of the females who went last year, to kind of go around the same time this season, and that wasn't the case for me at all so far anyway. You know, a lot of the girls that gave me those early clutches last season around, or started getting ovulations, sorry, around like March or April. None of those girls have given me ovulations yet. Some of them are on their way there, but I just kind of wanted to put it out there that they don't always lay at the exact same time, although you'll hear that a lot, and I'm sure it is common. It didn't happen for me this season at all yet so far, so I just wanted to put that piece of information out there in case anyone else is kind of expecting that within their second season or third season. They won't always lay around the same time, meaning if your girl laid last June, let's say, it doesn't necessarily 100% guarantee that she's gonna lay this June for you. That's just from my experience this season. Of course, other breeders who have much more experience than me can kind of dive into that a bit more, but I just wanted to share my experience with that. Okay, so enough of that. You kind of know what angle I'm coming at now.
That's what she said.
So, like I said, just having a later season here, but still super excited. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at some of the animals that we are pairing up this season so far, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Alright guys, so first up is our blade clown pied boy, obviously in very deep shed, so I'm not going to show him off too much, but I just want to show you the male, and then I'll show you some of the females that he's going to so far. So first up here we have a female ultra male. So absolutely amazing looking girl, and she's really doing well, still eating pretty well, and she's at about 25 millimeters now. So this is the first female we're putting the blade clown pied boy to, so obviously just going for some triple hets for the future, but you know, producing some triple het ultra male clown pieds, it's just mind-blowing to me. So although the clutch will kind of look boring, I know the future potential will be 100% worth it. So really looking forward to seeing this girl on some eggs. Color is definitely not being projected properly. Let's see if I can fix it. But anyways, super excited for this triple het project. And again, that's blade clown pied to ultra male. Next one on the list here is a double het clown pied female. Building really nicely. She's just starting to get around 15 millimeters. So they've had an introduction pairing already, which they did lock. So usually I'll do an introduction pairing at the beginning, you know, as I see that they're starting to grow follicles, or even to try and push them to start growing follicles. And it kind of gives me a good idea to see if they're going to start building or not, or at least if the male and female are going to be compatible, if they're going to want to breed each other. So but yeah, they locked up on their first meeting, so that was great, and she started building after that. So I'm just waiting until she hits 15, and then I'll pop them in again and keep going. But I'm really excited. If I can hit clown pieds this season, I will be super happy. I'll be super excited to hit some clown pieds. So she's just cooling off right now. She's been spending a bit more time on the cold side too, which is kind of cool. Still eating really well as well. But nice kind of funky pattern, and I will not be mad having this girl year after year, even if she has to take a couple of years off here and there. But again, double het clown pied, and that's going to our blade clown pied. Okay, so here we have a cinnamon het pied. Absolutely love this girl. She's super dark. I've featured her in other videos before. She's one of the darkest cinnamons I've actually ever seen in person before. And she just eats amazing, as you can tell. She's quite large. So she fits this 55-40 pretty well. Super excited because I'm also pairing the clown pied to her. She made some really nice cinnamon pied babies last season. I've shown them plenty. They're actually cinnamon yellow belly pieds, but I really like how dark they came out. So I'm not sure if that was just because the yellow belly was influencing the darker cinnamon gene in the pieds, but we'll see this season. So hopefully we can produce some cinnamon pied het clowns. And obviously I know cinnamon pieds come out high white, so in terms of cinnamon clown pied, obviously they would be likely high white. You know, I want to try and add some enchi in there as well eventually, and hopefully, you know, some of the animals, some of the cinnamon enchi clown pieds would come out with a bit more pattern, but we'll see how it goes. I'm super excited to use this girl. Like I said, I love how dark she is. I love cinnamon, and really looking forward to it. And this girl is also around the 15-16 millimeter mark. Oh, and yes, also this girl is in shed. She does have some urates down there. I usually do a nice clean after they shed. Make sure that they have mostly new substrate. I like to leave a little bit of substrate as females are building, just so they have some familiar scent. And in fact, I do that with generally pretty much all my snakes. I'll leave a little bit of substrate in the bin. Even when I do a full clean, I'll clean the entire back end, but I'll still leave a bit from the front, just so they have that scent in there. All right, and the last girl for the that I'm pairing to the blade clown pied for now is this girl here. So this is a pastel orange dream blade, 66% het clown. So just hoping to prove her out to be het clown. That would be massive if we could hit some pastel orange dream super blade clown het pieds. Yeah, that'd be insane. I don't mind pastel and pied stuff, to be honest with you, and especially if it has orange dream in it. Pastel orange dream pied stuff is amazing. And I, for one, am starting to really like what I'm seeing so far with blade pied and blade clown pied. I think, unfortunately, blade was so together with clown for so long that people even just forget that it's its own gene. It's like it's just so associated with clown that all potential outside of clown has been lost for blade. But I've seen a couple of blade clown pieds now. I know there's another guy in Canada who has a couple of blade clown pieds, if I'm not mistaken, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I love my guy, and just some of the blade pied stuff that's been popping out seems like it's it's a pretty cool gene. So either way, super excited. Hopefully I'm going to prove this girl out to be 100% het clown, and which will be awesome for the future, because then I can, you know, start doing some other projects with her as well. So this is an enchi het pied. She also has a new gene that one of my buddies here in Canada is working on. So I'm not going to kind of talk about it until we figure a couple more things out, but definitely some really nice yellows coming up on this girl, and just a really interesting kind of pattern. I know enchi has a really nice pattern in general, but look at that kind of point that comes up onto the head, and just the eye stripes in general. She just has an overall somewhat different look. Like there's some, obviously I think this is going to be some sort of pattern mutation. Anyways, aside from that, we won't go into that right now. Really looking forward to making enchi pieds, especially enchi pied het clowns. So this is going to be another awesome female to put to the clown pied, just to start making those hets. And I can kind of see why I wanted to do the cinnamon pied het clowns, so I can actually make some cinnamon enchi pieds in the future, as well as some cinnamon enchi clown pieds in the future. So really looking forward to it. This girl's doing well. She's always eaten really, really well for me. So I have a good feeling she's going to be a good breeder. All right, and here we have our second male that we're using. This is a pewter desert ghost, also in shed. So it appears like all the males are in shed right now, which is funny, but it always ends up like that when we record videos. But anyways, I'm really excited to get this into some of the projects here. Desert Ghost is also one of my favorite projects, so really looking forward to making some hets, and hopefully next year making some visuals. But for this year, we'll just be making hets and double hets. But let's take a look at some of the females that this guy's breeding. The first animal that I've been pairing him to is a pied female, so just looking to make some double het combos, double het DG pied combos. Obviously some pastel would be nice. Cinnamon I kind of want to stay away from, but I mean it's in there, so but hopefully we can just get a nice clutch, and that's the most important part. I call this girl the emoji pied because she has a big emoji on her back right now. It looks sad. She might straighten it out and it might look happy in a second here, but either way, super excited about this. DG pieds are probably my favorite double recessive involving DG, so I'm really excited about having a nice pairing. And this female didn't go for me last season, so I'm hoping she'll go this season. She's really finicky, or not finicky, sorry, she's very fidgety, but hopefully she'll go for me this season. She's at 15 millimeters. Last year she got to 20 and she reabsorbed, so I'm not counting my chickens here before they hatch, but if she goes for me, super excited to get that double het project off the ground here. So, but we'll move on because she's going crazy. So the next one we're gonna go over is just a nice simple Mojave. So I decided to put the pewter DG to this girl earlier on in the season. She laid a really nice clutch for me last year, and I find her to be a really nice Mojave. She's nice and dark, but has some really nice highlights. So I figured it'd be good for the DG project in the future. You know, try to make some Mojave cinnamon het DG stuff, and just some more female het DGs I can hold back for the future. Nothing crazy here, obviously, but again, just using the females I have currently at size to make some hets for the future, and hopefully I'll be a little bit more female heavy this season, but you get what you get, so I can't complain. But really nice Mojave girl, and again, that's pewter DG bred to this Mojave, and she is also around the 15-16 millimeter mark. All right, and my favorite that we get to use this year, you guys have seen this guy lots. This is our stranger clown male, and has been locking up successfully, which is awesome. But super excited to work with this project and get it into some more clown combos, and just to even get it into some other recessive stuff, like pied and stuff like that. But let's look at some of the females we'll be using this year for him, to try to kind of further move this project along. Absolutely amazing though, I love stranger stuff. So we're gonna start off with this girl for the stranger clown. So this is an enchi blade het clown female, sitting at about 16 millimeter follicles. Really excited about this. If you haven't seen the stranger enchi clown, it was sold on Morph Market. I cannot remember by who, but definitely take a look at it. It's such an amazing animal, so really excited about this project. This is probably one of my favorite, it will probably be one of my favorite clutches if she ends up laying for me. So really having my fingers crossed we hit an enchi stranger clown, but even just hitting some enchi clowns and some stranger clowns again would be amazing. So, or even just an enchi stranger het clown. I think these two genes are definitely going to complement each other. But anyways, really excited about this one. This girl's always balled up, but she is nice and big. I think she's about 2,300 grams. So I think she's going to give us a decent sized clutch. All right, so second on the list is this girl here. So this is a Mojave probable vanilla het clown. I am 90% sure she's going to prove to be vanilla. But even if she doesn't, I mean, I'm not going to be upset at the fact that I have a stranger clown going to a Mojave clown, because once again, the stranger Mojave clowns are absolutely wild looking, really nice. I just saw someone post one on Instagram, and it was an adult, and it still looked really awesome. So really excited about this clutch, and yet another one that I'm just really excited about. So hopefully this girl will go. She's a little bit on the smaller side. I think she's about 16 or 1700 grams, but I'm only comparing that because I got her and that enchi we just showed off around the same time, and she just excelled. The enchi just excelled in terms of eating and growing. So this girl still has some good size, and you know, I think she's at about 12 millimeter follicles right now, so she's just starting to build. They've had an introduction pairing which they did lock, so I have good high hopes for this pairing. So really, again, hoping if she proves vanilla, we can make stranger vanilla Mojave clowns, which I think is going to be just absolutely crazy. Yeah, another one in shed, but this is a lesser clown female. So really excited about obviously pairing a clown to clown. This is the first time so far in the last 2 years that I've put a male visual to a female visual. Normally I always use my visual females to try and make double hets. So I'm kind of excited to just go for straight clowns with this pairing. So, you know, making lesser stranger clowns is going to be awesome. And just making stranger clowns higher chance at hitting the stranger visual clown will be amazing as well. But I absolutely love this girl. I know a lot of people don't like lesser clown stuff, but I don't find them to age terribly. I mean, they're gonna brown out. Obviously, you're losing a lot of the contrast within the pattern and stuff, but other genes will help that along. And I'm hoping stranger lesser clowns as they age will just age up a bit better. And plus, just if you've ever seen the butter stranger clown that iRes Reptiles made, it's absolutely amazing looking. So I definitely won't mind hatching a couple of those, and just seeing them in the egg is going to be amazing. So again, that'll be stranger clown to lesser clown. All right, this girl probably won't give me much time to film her. but this is a pewter lesser champagne female. So I haven't paired the stranger clown up to her yet. I'm just waiting for her to get a bit bigger. She's at about 12 millimeters. I may do an initial pairing just to see if they're interested in each other, but I'm really excited about this if they do end up going. I have a feeling the champagne stranger clown project is going to be pretty awesome. Last year I put my fire clown and I only hit one champagne het clown, and it was a male. He already sold, but I'm looking to hopefully hit some female champagne het clown stuff, so I'm going to go for it again this season, but we're going to use a stranger clown this time around. And just honestly, just to make some more stranger combo het clown stuff as well. I'm really excited. I love this girl. I love champagne stuff still. I'm still a huge champagne geek, so I'm super excited to work this project. Okay guys, I'm going to show you this guy super quick. He's in shed. This is my dinker project that I'm kind of working this season. So I had a clutch last year. I have another video that you can just go check out that video because this guy's not going to stay still. Anyway, I put him back to his mom. They haven't paired yet, but the mom has just decided to wanting to start eating again. So she's starting to build, I think. So I'm going to let her get a bit more size, let him get a bit more size. They've had their introduction already, and we'll go from there. But I'll show you him and I'll show you the female as well. All right, and this is the female here. So again, kind of a similar, like they have a similar enough look where it made me think like maybe there is something going on. A lot of blushing, the weirdness on the neck, just the tip of the neck there kind of looks like a trident. And just the blushing and like the alien heads, they have the very similar alien heads, same type of dorsal. And this girl in person just has a darker look to her. Like she looks like she has a dark gene involved in her. So it could be awesome. Maybe I'll hit something really cool. I'll hit a super of some kind. You know, maybe it'll just end up being another like similar type of red stripe or cypressy type thing, or similar to Rio Arroyo, or it'll prove out one of those. But again, the color is off to me for all those, so I'm not 100% sure. But that's what makes it a dinker project. You know, this is just for fun. I'm not expecting to hatch like a monsoon out of this or anything.
Monsoon. Well, at least we're inside.
But it's still kind of fun to do as like a side project, you know? So I'm excited just to see what happens.
All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Like I said, I mean, we might not get as many clutches this season as we did last season, and they may be later, but I'm more excited this season for sure, just simply because of the stuff that we can hit from some of the animals we had growing up, and just some more powerful males coming up to size. So I'm super excited about it. The fact that my first clutch this season could be for triple het ultra male clown pies is absolutely insane. And just the fact that we can produce some stranger clown combos this season as well is absolutely mind-blowing to me. So I'm super excited. I would really appreciate if you guys could like and comment, and also make sure you hit subscribing as well. We do videos every Saturday, so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next Saturday, and I hope everyone has an awesome weekend.